Hey, what's up, everyone? I have a lot to talk about for this video, and I want to go ahead and tackle several topics. So, this particular type of signal that you see right there, I'm not going to say the word because I will be targeted, is the topic is going to be banned from YouTube. They're going to get rid of any videos that talk about it or have the title regarding that because the towers are being attacked by people. They're burning them. They said, please, people, stop burning those particular types of towers and stop cutting them. And the reason why was Ike made a video regarding it. And he said people have to do what they have to do. People are setting those towers ablaze. So be careful what you title your video. Be careful not to put that particular title in that particular word or topic in the title. Because of this, you can read the topic right there. You can read the phrases, the words. You can read it yourself. I'm not going to read them because of the monetization, the level of monetization. So I'll just let you read it for yourself. What this person says and what this person says. And they claim that it's all false. Now, let me tell you something. Seeing the world that it is right now and going into is an alarming situation. Now, all we can do is let the Lord take control and just try to have faith in these trying times, because that's one of the most important things that we can do, is continue to have hope and faith, because without it, we have nothing. When you look at Lowe's, when you drive by Lowe's, and you see, now a lot of people, you see so many people trying to make their own gardens now. You see people trying to grow their own food, which is good. You see people having their own chickens for eggs and having their own livestock. And you see a lot of that starting. And you have been seeing that recommended for a while now. But here's the thing. You go into the grocery store and you see the level of empty shelves. It's alarming. Today, we tried to see what we could find. Paper is gone just as soon as it's in. Paper is gone immediately. There's nothing. There's no cleaning products, no sanitization products. There's no Lysol sprays, no carpet Lysol sprays. There's no bleach. There's no, we found some eggs for food-wise, but they're even out of, for crying out loud, they're even low on sweet tea and milk. And yet they poured milk out. In the Midwest, they had to pour the milk out because it was not FDA approved, and it was not inspected, and I don't know. There was some kind of jargon reason why they had to cut their losses. They had to just pour the milk out and claim their losses for claims, if you ask me, for government backup. But you see the level of empty shelves, and it's alarming. And first of all, now doctors' offices and hospitals are running out of PPE, the personal protective equipment. They're demanding PPE and hazard pay, because right now you look around and it's a totally different America. Almost everyone you see is wearing gloves and face masks. Now, I try to wear gloves, but where are you getting the face masks? I don't have a clue. I can't find face masks anywhere. But you walk by and you can't really talk person to person to some people. They've got a shield at the register. They have a shield at the store. Like that virus is going to avoid that plexiglass shield. Like it's going to not know how to go around it. And they've upped monetization, knowing where you are, tracking you at all times, giving the excuse to bring in more facial recognition. And it's a completely different world than it was just weeks ago. more of an excuse for monetization. Now, not as bad in the area where we're at, the outskirts of the cities, where thank the Lord we're not in the cities. But the area where we are, they're starting to ramp things up more. The Walmart in the counties, the towns surrounding us, they have a line that I showed you one video where there is caution tape, police tape that is all the way through there. They have police cameras, and officers are ready on standby all the time because of the stupidity that you see. But there's no officers at that Walmart, thankfully. But they have a touchscreen device now sending data to the federal government showing how many people are walking in the store. And they okay them after someone walks out. One person can walk in for every person that walks out. And it's creepy. Walmart does it. All of them do it. Every store. And Walmart was one of the only places that carries some of the basic things that we need. Dollar General, you walk in there, mostly they're okay. The employees are wearing the PPE as much as possible, but they're running short. And I talked to an individual in Dollar General, and she said, and they didn't even like her talking to me. They didn't like the employee talking to me, but she enjoyed talking to me and she was very kind. But she was telling me that they're running low on everything. Just as soon as they get things in, it's gone. And secondly, they're not supplying them with what they need. They sent the medical supplies to the hospitals. They diverted it to the hospitals, understandably so. But now they're even having to use trash bags as personal protective equipment. Trash bags. Because now trash bags are going to be expected in short supply, I'm sure. Now they're going to be on the short supply list because garbage bags are being used as the protective equipment for employees at hospitals and doctors' offices. You're banned from nursing homes. No gatherings for Easter. This is the first year. Maybe that's why the president and the Pope both said, treat this Christmas like it's your last Christmas gathering. Remember that statement? Treat it like it's your last Christmas. That's what President Trump said this Christmas. And he had inside information that something was going down, but they hoped it would get better. That's what they claim. And it's not his fault. The World Health Organization lied. WHO said it's not airborne. Back in January, it's not airborne. Then, okay, it's airborne. Well, it won't spread from animals to people. Oh, it spread from animals to people. Oh, it won't spread from person to person. Oh, it spreads from person to person. The moment they say something, they have to correct themselves. Just exactly like they did when they did studies that coffee's good for you. Whoops, coffee is not good for you. Then they discovered caffeine might help you de-age. Nope, coffee, caffeine, all that does not help you de-age. Does not help lower the aging process. Well, which is it? You have a new study that comes out all the time. Same with WHO. The World Health Organization. They come up with these new studies every time, then they have to go and correct themselves just a few days later. Giving out a statement when they don't even know if it's fact or not. That's why we have so many fact-checking on the internet, so much fact-checking now on the internet. We're even being told now by the WHO, the World Health Organization, thanks to this other YouTuber I found out, they said that, well, we're finding out this virus is spreading at home. So now we need to quarantine people and remove them from their loved ones. And they force the cruise ships to stay at sea with the sick passengers. Now, remember the military ships that took off? They put hundreds of patients on those military ships. Where'd they go? I have a question, though. Please, if you know, I'm not spreading conspiracy, not at all. But if you know the answer, are they okay? Shouldn't they be giving a recovery rate? And then they said 850 New Yorkers have died today. People in New York have died. When people usually die at that rate, usually, and I'm not saying they aren't, but don't loved ones usually mourn, and you see loved ones posting on social media about losing their grandparents or their parents or their brothers, their sisters, their sons, their daughters, their loved ones, their coworkers, their friends, family. Why aren't we seeing social media posts of people who lost their loved ones? Unless the whole family just died. It's confusing. And the people that went on the SS whatever and all of those military ships, where'd they go? Are they being healed? Are they getting better? The 1,000 bed Comfort was supposed to aid New York. It has 3 patients. That ship that was supposed to have 1,000 people, they said it was supposed to house 1,000 people. It has 1,000 beds. You saw it leave. You saw it with the president. Now they're saying it has 20 patients. Right here, New York Post. Coronavirus outbreak, New York Times, New York Post. It's a joke, said the top hospital executive, whose facilities are packed with coronavirus patients. Luna Bell, that's it. That's the one that said that a moment